joining us. Just a friendly reminder to hit the raise hand icon if you'd like to ask a question, and that'll allow us to open up your mic. And just also please state your name and affiliation to just quickly introduce yourselves to Gaga as well. That would be great. With that, we'll start things off with Brian Sandalo. Go ahead, Brian.
Hi, Gaga. Brian Sandalo, Sun Times. Nice to talk to you. Congratulations.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for having me, and thank you for that.
Yeah. Best of luck on the next steps. But anyway, over the last year, so much has happened to you. You become a starter with the Fire. There's the whole thing with the U.S. and Poland, and now this. How do you put in perspective everything that's happened to you in almost exactly the last calendar year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey for sure, and I'm super excited that I feel like I can use it as my on my platforms and everything to show and inspire people that a lot can change in a year if you dedicate your whole life to being successful and trying to better yourself every day. But yeah, it's been a hectic year, but that's the sport I play. That's the life that I want to live. So yeah, I'm super grateful and super honored that what's happened has happened. So yeah, hopefully we can keep on going in the right direction.
All right, great. Thanks, Gaga. Next, we'll go to Alex Calabrese from SB Nation. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Gaga. Congrats once again on the move. We can't wait to see you in a Chelsea shirt. Was there anything in particular about Chelsea that made it a favorable destination for you? And throughout the whole transfer process, have you spoken to any current or former Chelsea players like your national team teammate Christian Pulisic?
Hey, Alex. Thanks for having me. I think obviously Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and they play in the Premier League. So, it was a no-brainer for me to want to join that team. Such a massive club with so much history, and the things they've done in the past years has truly been amazing. So it's an incredible honor to be joining the club and everything. And when I landed in London, I actually spoke with Christian and just told him that I would be joining the club hopefully after the medical had passed. So yeah, I spoke with him, and he told me that he's super, super happy that I'm going to be joining the club. So yeah, I mean, it was a no-brainer for me to join Chelsea because of the, development that I'll be able to get there, and, be with such a club is truly an honor.
Great. Thanks, Gaga. We'll go next to Larry Hawley. Go ahead, Larry.
Hey, Gaga, thanks for the time and congratulations. I wanted to ask you, Brian had mentioned it's been almost exactly a calendar year since you made your debut with the Fire. In what ways do you feel like you've grown both as a soccer player and a person in that time?
Hey, Larry, thanks for having me. As a person, it's I think I've matured a lot. I've become a starter now, so you have to sort of do things a little bit differently, make sure you're taking care of your body in ways that you weren't when you weren't a starter, because you obviously want to be match fit on the day of the game. So I think as a person, I think I grew up to be more mature and obviously deal with the struggles in my career, because a career is going to be going up and down and everything, and I think it's all about how you can bounce back from those mistakes and use them to better yourself. And as a player, it's a lot of experience that I've gained on the field. If it's different, training and games are completely different. You can train as much as you want, but having that game experience, I think, is most important. So as a player, I think I gained a lot of experience of how to manage games, what positions to put myself to make a good save and where I need to be and how to read players. So I think as a person and a player, I've matured and grown a lot in the past year.
Thank you.
Charles Bohm.
Hey, Gaga, this is Charles Bohm from MLSsoccer.com. It's a pleasure to speak with you today, and congrats.
Hey, Charles, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
I was wondering if you could share a little bit of what the Chelsea officials have told you, kind of their general expectations. I know a lot can change in the next few months, but what do you know what your first few months of the club will be like? Are you preparing for a loan stint, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, a lot can change, but right now, obviously, I'm back on loan with the Chicago Fire, so my focus is going to be on bringing us to the playoffs and lifting that MLS Cup at the end of the year. But yeah, I'm going to be hopefully joining them in the January 1st. So it's going to be a journey from here till then. So I think the most important is just finishing the year with the Fire strong, and hopefully bringing a cup back to the beautiful city.
And just one follow-up for me, what do you see as, the next steps you want to take in your career in terms of your individual skills? Do you have a sort of a sense of goals? It seems like you're a goal-oriented guy who's analytical in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to work on everything. Jumping to the Premier League is a huge step. So I think I'm going to be focusing on every little part of my game, analyzing every game, every training session to, make sure I'm improving as much as possible, as quick as possible, because, obviously I want to show that I'm ready once I get there. So I think that, focusing on, the video sessions after games, after trainings to make sure I'm improving in every single aspect, because I think that, I have lots of things to work on. So I think I'll always have things to work on, but yeah, just preparing myself the best I can when the time comes.
Paul Banks, go ahead.
Hi, Gaga. Thanks for doing this. Paul M. Banks with sportsbank.net. It's really interesting in the sense that going to a foreign team that has an American owner and also, maybe the most currently most recognizable player on the American national team is also there. So what kind of advantages does that give you to go to a club with such a strong American presence?
Hey, Paul, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's great to have an American owner, and Christian, I was at World Cup qualifying with him, so yeah, it's great. It makes it a little bit easier, that I'll have like a person that I can go to and ask him about how things work in London and everything, and how the club works. And yeah, I think it's going to be great once I get over there and meet all the guys. So yeah, obviously having Christian on the team as well, I think he's a great character, he's a great person, and super approachable. So I think that's going to help me out a lot once I get there. Have
you had a conversation or met the owner yet?
Yeah, I mean, we were always talking with my agent and everything. So yeah, he's a great guy as well. So I think that, going forward, it's going to be great to join the club.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Daniel Bosiaga. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey, Gaga, this is Daniel Bosiaga, WPNA Polish Radio. How are you?
I'm good, Daniel. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Congratulations. Thank you. I'm good. So there was a lot of rumors regarding your future for quite some time. And as Brian mentioned, whether it was playing for different national teams or switching clubs, you at the time gave us all the right answers, saying that you were focused on playing for the Fire. So when it eventually struck you that this was happening, it was real, was it difficult to mentally go through that process?
To be honest, it still doesn't really feel real. It's unbelievable joining a big club like that. But yeah, obviously it's real now. So I'm a Chelsea player on loan with the Chicago Fire. So yeah, I have big expectations now. I need to sharpen the things I do every single day and make sure that I'm really pushing myself to be the best professional I can be, because obviously playing for Chelsea, you have to perform, you have to be professional. So I think that I'm going to try and show that every single day and make sure that my mentality and can stay focused on being the best version of myself every single day, and showing that with the Chicago Fire.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Scott Trotter.
Hi there, Scott Trotter from Football.London. Congratulations on the move once again. Yeah, just basically, obviously, I guess we got the idea that Chelsea were kind of chasing you for a little while and then had that kind of chaotic period. I just wondered what it was like for you during that. And then when you've been in London, have you had much chance to speak to the coaching staff, and how have the people around the club welcomed you so far?
Hey, Scott, thanks for having me. Yeah, I mean, it's all about, there's going to be lots of moments. It won't be the last time where I have moments like that in my career. So I think that, I've gone through it now. So I know how to handle it and how to bounce back from it, because obviously that's the most important. You have to keep playing. You have to stay confident with yourself, with your ability, and know that it's just a little bump in the road. So yeah, I'm super happy that happened, to be honest, because I used it to learn from it, to make myself better. And yeah, I mean, I was talking with the coaching staff there. They're, super excited to have me. I'm super excited to have them, be a part of my team and help me learn and grow as much as possible, because obviously they work with the most elite players in the world. So, obviously if I can join that and, learn from every single person there, use everyone as a teacher, I think that it's only going to make me better as a person and as a footballer.
And is there anybody in particular looking to working with?
I mean, it's going to be amazing working with every single one of those guys. But yeah, working with like Edouard Mendy, like it's going to be unreal to just see how he goes about in training and, you know, how he handles the ball, what he's doing before the play gets to him. Like it's just going to be analyzing him before he works. You know, it's going to be incredible. I'm super excited.
And good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Hernan Espinoza.
Hey Gaga, Hernan Espinosa, Nicosia Magazine. Congrats for joining the Chelsea. Since the first minute that you played with the Fire, we asked you, and I want to ask you again, what's your message for the young kids that play in not only Chicago, but in the whole state of Illinois, that now they have the first goalkeeper, 18 years old, being sold to English Premier Club League, and you know, having so many players coming from the suburbs of Chicago. Thank you.
Hey, Hernan, thank you for that question. Yeah, I remember the first time you asked me that after my debut, and I think my answer is probably going to be quite similar. You know, I think it's all about just, you know, focusing on the path you're on. You know, I don't think you have to compare yourself to others at all, because everyone's journey to success is different. You know, a lot of people have it much earlier, a lot of people have it much later. I think if you focus on just getting better every single day and perfecting your craft, I think that you'll go in the right direction. You'll make the right steps. So I think it's all about believing in yourself, you know, always having the confidence no matter what happens to keep going, because those struggles will only make you stronger. So I think that if you stay focused and positive, you know, some days are going to be better than others, some days are going to be worse than others. And I think that you just have to stay dialed in, you know, trust the path you're on, and, you know, trust that life will take you in the right direction.
All right, we'll take a couple more. We'll go back to Brian Sandalo. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Gaga, as you go forward in your career and, you know, you continue advancing in the sport, what will it mean to you to kind of carry the flag for Chicago soccer, for the Fire, and to be sort of, I guess, an ambassador for the Fire and soccer in this area?
Hey, Brian, thanks for having me again. Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously what I'm trying to grow is I'm trying to be an inspiration to all the kids, you know, from Chicago, from the suburbs, because I'm just a boy from Addison. You know, I didn't really have anything. You know, if I hadn't put in the work, then no way that any of this would have been possible. So I think that, you know, being an inspiration, you know, going overseas and hopefully making a super successful career there, because obviously, you know, I have super high goals. I want to become one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And so I think that, you know, if they always know that I'm from Addison, you know, I'm from the suburbs of Illinois, that, you know, you can do anything you set your mind to. So I think, yeah, carrying always that Chicago Fire blood in me is going to be super big, because, you know, I want to inspire kids. I want to make sure that they know that, you know, if you put the work in, that you can achieve really big things.
Charles Bohm.
Hey, one more from me. I wanted to know what this has been like for your family. How was your parents' reaction? Do you think that you'll move over there solo, or is there a chance you'll bring some family with you?
Hey, Charles, thanks for having me again. Obviously they're super excited, you know. Some, you know, I wouldn't say we're all super excited that, you know, basically on the same level, because they're, you know, they've also put in so many sacrifices and struggled so much with me in my life to get me to where I am today, because, you know, without my family, none of this would have been possible. Driving me to training super late, coming back with me super late from trainings, you know, making sure that I was always doing extra, getting private trainings. I think that, you know, I owe this to them as well. And, you know, I think that, you know, we're still working out like the logistics of everything. So, you know, the closer the time gets, I'm sure we'll figure everything out.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go back to Alex Calabrese, and then we'll finish with Scott Trotter, assuming you did have another question. I see your hand is still up. So we'll go ahead and start with Alex. Go ahead.
All right, thanks again, Gaga. Is there anything other than joining Chelsea that you're really excited about in particular, and the chance to move to London and England?
Hey, Alex, thanks for having me again. Yeah, I'm just super excited to get to Europe. You know, it's always been a dream of mine to play in Europe, and obviously play in one of the best leagues in the world. I think it's just going to be super exciting to finally be, you know, on my own, and, you know, finally living, you know, the professional career that I've always wanted, because it's going to be a journey. It's going to be difficult for sure, there's going to be super hard moments. There's going to be super amazing moments, and I'm super excited for the journey ahead.
All right, great stuff, Gaga. We'll end it there as a few hands went down. Thank you for your time this afternoon, and safe travels to Charlotte later today.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the questions.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll end it there. Appreciate you all joining today. Thank you very much.
Record.